Hello David, it's Matthew here at ToyTraders again, and this is my Masonic brother and very good friend James, who's actually very, very talented behind the scenes, and he's built so many displays within our store, including, you know, our life-size Stargate, life-size Probe Droid, Imperial Droid, the Dalek,
couple
Daleks, yeah, R5D4, so many displays. Yes. And our huge DC city, and of course, as you know, we have a Marvel City. We have our massive DC cities and building since November. Touched with Kevin Smith and directing some episodes of Flash and Supergirl. Anyway, so we had the idea to, between the two cities, to build and pay homage to Ghostbusters by doing the Ghostbusters house and fire hall, and of course, this beautiful building, which at the top, what's going on at the top of this building?
Well, it's a copy of the original set from the first Ghostbusters, and we have done a little work with the Ghostbusters of BC. Yours truly, who has gone up there and put some LED lights towards our big friend up there, the StayPufft, who has been completely destroyed up there. And inside the building, we've got all kinds of figures crisscrossing the whole ghost genre. And it kind of is a good tie-in between DC and Marvel, and keeps them separated in their own areas.
Right. So we're going to add some, and give it kind of more of a touch. We're going to take some dead Marvel characters and make them ghosts, people who are currently dead. It changes real quick in the comics, and have them here, and some dead DC figures going into our kind of Arkham Asylum graveyard area, and then there'll be a tie-in of the ghosts from Marvel, DC tied in. So we're going to make this will make sense when we finish our story about why, based around this building, both Marvel and DC universes are being drawn in, tied to the dead. So hence we can do all these other Easter eggs with horror figures. James, show them the one you just put up here 5 minutes ago.
Just on Pennywise up here, kind of a nod to the original It. But we've got the new Pennywise from the astounding new It movie. So there he is.
Wonderful figure created by NECA.
In all his glory.
And this is obviously the Batcave that my brother built for me here just last week. So it ties in nicely with underneath is the Batcave underneath the fire hall in New York. So obviously the Batcave is not in New York, but this all makes sense when we're done because the Batcave feeds into James's Wayne Enterprises. And like I said, Gotham. So David, you obviously built the big StayPufft, and you described how that was done. I know you got questions for my brother how he builds some of these displays. He has scratch built quite a bit. So James, how do you build some of this stuff? Like how do you create these little light posts? Do you use something you go out and buy? Can you order that online? How do you do this stuff?
Basically, I have an idea in my mind of something that I want to build, and I have to come up with ideas, and there's a list of criteria that I have to follow. Cost being at the back end of it, but number one, it has to be stable. I have to be able to hang it up in a store and not have to dust it every 3 weeks, and I have to be able to hang it up in the store and have it have some integrity. There's trains nearby that like to rattle things, so we don't want anything to be rattling off the wall. And yeah, everything is kind of pieced together piece by piece, and it looks like it's ready to fall, but this is solidly built.
Movie magic. And of course scale is important.
Scale is definitely important. Every once in a while you run into something that's not quite to scale, but we let your eyes fool it, and we do some magic now and again. That's part of the fun.
Yeah, and you can see obviously we're using action figures, but something we started with the Marvel City is we're incorporating statues. So as you know from anybody that reads comics, monsters, aliens, robots change size. Sometimes based on who's writing and drawing the Incredible Hulk, he's huge. So we use a lot of the statues as well. So of course we use this huge Nemesis statue because it looks amazing, and sometimes in the movies he really is big. So the same thing Brother's done he's used a large Croc-Master statue for Arkham, and that's why we can get away with displaying some of these larger characters, because it actually makes sense.
Originally I was going to have a bat signal hitting the ceiling of the roof, and then Matthew showed me this fantastic Bane statue over here that's actually crushing the bat signal, so that
we had to go for that.
There's not a lot of great DC statues, but whatever we can get.
Yeah, not yet. Sideshow's doing a really good job, and of course we can't use humans because they're too big. We'll be able to use a few, and we know stuff coming over the next year, what's coming, because we carry it all in the store. So we've got some nice pieces like Swamp Thing and whatnot put aside when they come in. And the same thing's going to happen for the horror figures. If we can take something that's larger, like for instance Slimer, which the Ghostbusters love, we have used, that was a body knocker, I believe we used a NECA body knocker for that. We had used the Mattel one, but it wasn't quite as big, And of course, sometimes just because we're so high up, how many floors up is that now, James? That's towards the top of your building.
6 buildings.
Six floors?
6 floors.
Yeah, so if we use a smaller classics or even from Matty Collector, it looks so small up there. So by using the larger body knocker, you get the better effect, of course, up there.
Slimer's kind of important to the Ghostbusters, so...
Yeah, important to us too. We had to do something special for him. Hence all the books flying out, kind of like the library kind of scene. Something kind of fun. And my brother made all his books by scratch, right? Something he just went ahead and just made them all. Same for all the bats. If he just takes something and just makes it up from scratch.
The book is actually, or all the books up there are actually 50 Shades of Grey, chopped up. The wife was happy that I chopped that book up because if you've read past the second page, you know it's not worth reading.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.